The first one is the lack of knowledge and confusion, specifically related to the symptomology of autism, the developmental language milestones that their kids were supposed to meet but maybe didn't, and the benefits of bilingualism prior to receiving the diagnosis of autism. So many times caregivers would say, my pediatrician told me to take him to the developmental pediatrician because my pediatrician wasn't trained in diagnosing autism, which is fair. Or my pediatrician would say, hey, take him to speech therapy, and the speech therapist would bring up autism, and they had no idea what autism was. Many of them came in with lots of preconceived, like, ideas around what autism is. I had a mom tell me that she thought autism was demonic, and when there was like a devil inside the child's body that basically like numbed their tongue and wasn't allowing them to speak. And so she thought that she had to put her child on a detox with fruits and vegetables for like months and months in order to get this demon out. I mean, these are things that people believe, and like they have every like right to believe those things, but it's up to us to educate, right? And sit down and tell like families like, hey, this is what autism is. It is a brain difference. Your child is going to be learning differently than other children, but it does not mean that they are less, and it does not mean that they're never going to talk or they're never going to eat, fish or chicken or whatever it is that you eat at the table. So parents were really feeling like they were just bamboozled by this diagnosis, and that the provider that gave them the diagnosis didn't spend any time talking about what autism is, which is a problem. The second one is myths about bilingualism. This is the hill that I'm going to die on as a bilingual speech language pathologist, because we still get parents coming into our clinic telling us that their pediatrician or their previous speech pathologist told them, stop speaking to your child in that other language other than English. Because there is a huge misconception and myth that children will become confused and it will negatively impact their ability to learn English, and they'll be delayed and they'll have a language disorder and they're going to fall behind in school because if they don't know English, then they're never going to grow up and be successful in this country.